Hi, welcome back to my channel. It's shaking a little bit. I hope it stops. Okay, I'm here because I wanted to show you my new planner. You can see it right here. It's the Happy Planner 18-month bookish planner that began July 2020 and it goes to December 2021. Now, I really wasn't interested in getting a planner for my reading because I currently track my reading on various spreadsheets. However, I'm going to show you this for a moment. I did create this planner, I think last October or so, and I've been using it off and on. And I took out the months prior to 2020, and as you can see, that's January I used it, but I used it in February. Oops, let me get the whole thing in frame. And then I started to slow down. I put the stickers in for March. Let me see if I used it in March. Yes, I used it for March. I was pretty consistent. But then in April, I put the stickers in and I didn't use it. And it went that way for several months. May, June, I only wrote a few notes in June. But then in July, everything changed. I started using it again, but not using stickers. And then what I did, and I moved a page over, is I started this project of catching up on NetGalley reviews. And NetGalley is the website where I get book galleys from, which are advanced ARCs or advanced reader copies. And I had a backlog of reviews, and I first made a spreadsheet because I am a technology first, paper second. I made a spreadsheet, and then I started to note what book reviews that I started, and I began this on July 28th. Let's see, yeah, that's in frame. And so these are all the ones that I wrote in July, and if you can see, I wrote 49 reviews in July. So when August rolled around, I took this page out and then I set it back. I set it in my August space. And then for August, I started recording additional backlog reviews, and I stopped there. But I have written 93 in total, 93 since July 28th. But the only reason that this is not all filled in is everything else I've done in in August thus far is current books that I'm reading every day. My new goal is I finish a book, I stop and I write the review. I finish the next book and I stop and I write the review. And that's the way that I should have been doing it all along. But what happened with me was, and what caused me to slow down, was I fell into a really, really bad depression, maybe February or March, and it had nothing to do with the pandemic. It was other issues. And so all I did for several months, 3, 4, 5 months, was I wrote every review for a blog tour. But when it came to the regular reviews for all these books that I was reading, I didn't write them. Fortunately, I have very good recall, so I was able to write all of these reviews. And of these reviews, I think maybe 50 or so are already posted on my blog for the month of August. I think I have 19 scheduled, already ready to roll all the way into February of 2021, and I have 14 drafts. So it's an ongoing process. And so I didn't do much with this. The only thing I did for September is I need to make a post for a book, which is, I can't read this, Autumn Skies. I didn't write the whole title, but I have to do something on September 4th. So I jotted that in, and I jotted a couple of notes over here. But since I started really using this July and August, I decided to see if I could get this planner. So I found it, but I only found it in one place, and that was on eBay. I wasn't able to find it at the Happy Planner site, Michael's, or even Joann's. Fortunately, Etsy had it, and it was $29, and I was glad to pay it, and it was free shipping, and it only took 3 days to come. So I thought I would show you this on screen because I'm going to switch over to these gold discs. And I'm going to do that because I'm going to be adding pages to this planner. I'm not going to add the pages in this video. I'm just going to talk to you while I change the disc over. So let's open it and see what it looks like on the inside. Excuse me for coming out of frame. I'm just going to slide off the this protector here. Keep the pages in order. And we'll get rid of that. And so I'm going to use stickers, and I'll put my name here. And you have 2020 and 2021. And this is something that came in front in the beginning. I keep going out of frame. I'm so sorry. This is something that came in every planner for 2020, and it's a, like, I don't know what you want to call it, but it's a daily calendar. Now, obviously, I can't really work with July and August, but I certainly can start in September, and I can go all the way to the end. I think this goes until, I didn't check. Let's see. This goes until December of 2021. So what I'm going to do with this page is I'm going to use these pages for blog tours, only scheduled blog tours. And then when I get into the month, and let's start on September 1st, which is early next week, it's Tuesday. What I'll do here is I will probably also put my blog tours in the monthly page, but I'm always going to have 2 or 3 reviews on certain days. Like right now, if I were to look at my spreadsheet, I believe I have 3 reviews going up on September 1st. I already have 2 going up on the 2nd, 2 going up on the 3rd. Actually, I have 2 reviews going up every day until about the 14th of September. So I will record that information here as well. And then what I'm going to do on the inside, and this is the layout, here I would just make notes on what I want to accomplish each day. So even though I have other planners, like I have a mini planner and they're not really within reach, and since I have a mic on, I don't want to get up. Even though I have other planners, I want to put any book related, blog related, post related, and maybe even group related things that I do on each page. And so what I'm going to do is at the end of each month, I will be putting in some extra pages for something that I want to do that I have not yet done. I'd like to start tracking my NetGalley and Edelweiss requests. I'd like to start tracking books by publisher, and I'd also like to start tracking books by release date. So extra pages will go in there. And since I'm going to be putting extra pages, we're going to use these discs. So for the remainder of this video, we're going to move this pen. We're going to put this, actually let's go ahead and take this one apart first. So it shouldn't take too long. Don't worry, I'm not going to tear any pages. I've replaced this countless times in the past, and I know the resilience of the paper that Happy Planner uses. So I'm grabbing maybe more pages than somebody else might grab. But like I said, this is old hat to me. Okay, in that case I had too many. This is old hat to me. Oh, I didn't show you the monthly, we may look at those. I didn't show you the dividers. And some of them are really nice. So after I finish putting it together, we'll take a look at the dividers, because I've never had, actually not, I was going to say I've never had a real Happy Planner for my blog, but then this is a new release of Happy Planner beginning for July. I think it probably came out in April or May, but I thought that the one that I had was sufficient. But then I decided to start tracking what I do a little bit differently than I've been doing. So I decided that it's about time for me to jump on the bandwagon and get a planner that's more dedicated to my review and blogging purposes. Okay, so this is the back cover. So we'll get rid of that and the little sticky thing, okay, so that's my new Bookish planner for 2020 to 2021. We'll move the disc out of this way for a second, and then we'll take this planner and we'll do the same thing. And I'm going to keep certain things, like I may keep this pocket, and I got this from one of my subscriptions, so I'll probably keep that because it has gold. So I'm going to set that to the side. And I put this in there as well, but I'm not going to keep it because it has 2019-2020 here. So let's go ahead and continue to empty this. Okay. I still keep all of my used planner pages in magazine holders in, let's see, no, I don't have one in here. I have these kind of like bags, and they kind of resemble this. This came with a pencil case, but I have clear bags kind of similar to this that I keep all of my extra planner things in, but those are in my bedroom, and I can't grab one to show you right now because I'm in my office. Right now, most of my planner stuff, current things like stickers, washi tape, the planners that I'm using are in my office. All of my backup stash is in my bedroom. Okay, so now we can start taking the gold disc out, and I will probably keep this pocket. So I'll put that there, put this to the side. I was going to say that I would keep this pen holder, but it looks a little stretched out. But I do have another pen holder that I'm going to keep, and that's this one that's in the front. So I'll take the pen holder out, and so I can use that. Taking it out slowly. Okay, so let's put that to the side. All right, so stick this under here so it's not in the way. And now I will put this planner together. Again, we're keeping this pretty paper in the front of it. So first thing I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and stick this. I may even match the colors to this because I do have others. Let's see what I have. What other colors do I have? That is handy. I have green, red, and brown left. Let's see if I want to use the gray. Okay, we're going to use the red. So since I'm going to use the red, I'm going to save the paper that's on the red and put it on the old gray one. Actually, I'm going to be using 2 pen holders. That's what I've been doing with my Bookish planner. So I still have 2 left. Green would have worked too, and even the brown kind of would have worked, but I think I bought these in a set of 12, and this is what I have left. So my pen holder is first. Then the next thing I do is I put my covers together, and I have to try to remain in frame for this. And snap these. These are gold metal discs. I have a massive supply of extra discs, but the gold metal large discs are just my favorite. And now when these discs go on this planner that I just bought, there will be extra space, but no worries, because as I mentioned, I will be adding in some note sheets for those other things that I want to start tracking in this planner. And I'd like to be able to do this because it will be a visual, couldn't say that word, representation of what I do every day. So I said I was keeping this folder, and I have some challenge related things in the back, so we'll just stick that in, and that's done. I mean, Happy Planner is absolutely fantastic for this. You can change, you can reuse, you can pull out, you can add to, and you know, there's some companies on Etsy that make gorgeous book related planners, but I can't use any of them because I read about 65 to 70 books every month, and I don't really imagine that I could possibly track that in a ring bound planner. So I didn't buy any type of planner for my blogging or my reading all of this time. I've just been using spreadsheets, and then like I said, I loosely started using the one that I created with all it was covers, papers, and discs and pages from another calendar. But I'm going to change things up a little bit because I'd love to be able to flip through this in a month or two and see a visual representation of this. And I have to mention Shalene, the Coloring Book Nook, because she does everything in her planners, and I love it. And as much as I love planners, I'm going to let that part of the technology go just a wee bit, and we'll see how that goes. Now, see, I have way too many pages. You can pull this many pages out at once, but you really can't put that many in. So let's not be silly and try to force that. So that's all I'm going to do. And like I said, I read a lot of books every month. I think right now I have read 489 books, about halfway through with book number 490. My Goodreads goal was 500, and I wavered about around March when I got 100 books ahead of schedule as to whether or not I was going to go ahead and increase my goal. And then I talked to some people on a couple of Facebook groups, and I even briefly mentioned it on one of my videos. But my decision is to leave it at 500 and just see where we go from there. I think I'm going to get around 700 and might even get more than that, because if I read 2 books a day and there's 365 days a year, that is 730 books. So I'll definitely get over, and no, I didn't use a calculator, so I could be wrong. I could get over 700 for 2020, but I did not want to initially make that my goal, because I felt like if I made that huge goal, I would look at Goodreads and say you're 20 books behind schedule, or you're 6 books ahead of schedule, and then you're 18 books behind schedule. I didn't want to have that big goal. Maybe in 2021 I'll set a goal that might be bigger than 500, but I really do think I'm going to hit 700. And if I can get over 725, that would be awesome. But it's not going to go in writing. It's just going to let Goodreads tell me every time I complete a book where I am. It obviously will only say 100%, but we know it's going to be over 100%. And I'm almost done. I'm up to July of 2021. And I know I said I wasn't going to put a lot of pages in at once, but heck, why not? I mean, it's a little bit of work to force them in, but you know, it's doable. I'm really excited that this came. When I ordered this on Etsy, it said it was coming September 2nd. Oh, and I did buy Bookish planner stickers, the stickers that go with this planner, but they won't be here till September 9th. So the fact that it came before December 1st is a true blessing, because I can start using it now, as I think I joined 7 challenges for 2020. For September. So I will, I already use stickers and set them up in the black and white planner, but I will recreate a page for this planner for the 7 challenges that I'm doing for September. And speaking of those 7 challenges, I have already created 6 spreadsheets. I only have one more spreadsheet to create just for challenges. And my actual spreadsheets are already ongoing, but the spreadsheet challenges, the challenge spreadsheets, 6 out of 7 are done. This is it. It's already done. See that? Beautiful, right? Okay, so let's take a quick look at the this dividers. That's beautiful. I sit in my recliner a lot, and yes, my cat sits with me, but that's more like a comfortable, easy chair. Okay, for snail mail, for pen pal, but I don't do any pen paling. One book keeps reality away for September, which is actually when I'm going to start using this. By the way, I'm going to take these 2 months out because I won't be using them. You Are So Great for October. Cup of tea, which is my beverage of choice since I can no longer drink coffee thanks to my stomach problems. It says the difference between who you are and who you want to be is what you do. Bookstore, which I go to libraries or NetGalley or Edelweiss, and then of course Audible for all of my books. This just says, I just want to read books and take naps. Okay, story of my life. They borrowed that from my mind. Be true to you, stay golden, live in the moment, and you are magical. 4 books. This one is a woman with sunglasses with books, like she's looking at books through her eyes, glasses, which I wear them. Never be afraid to imagine the unimaginable. And then we have, in the littlest things is where we find the most. There's no need to be anything other than oneself. And just random words. in the graph. November is the world was here for the reading, and December is exactly the same as the front cover. Welcome to the book club. And I said I was going to use 2 pen holders, and that's so that I can have different colors. So I'm going to add the second pen holder to right here. And I guess I'll use the gray since it came out of my other planner. And so now I have 2 pen holders. For now, I'll stick this in. I actually have Happy Planner pen, Simply Gilded pens, but I don't have one on my desk right now, so I just put a pen in. And we will call this a done deal. And that's my new Happy Planner for my, or Bookish Happy Planner for my blog. All right, thanks a lot. Excuse me, not for my blog, for my reading. All right, thank you. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.